Hello and welcome to a very small art supply haul that I'm going to show you some things that I got. It's actually two coloring books that I got recently. So the first one is this Game of Thrones coloring book. I think the artwork is just amazing. It's so look at this. It's so intricate and like so many details and like very tiny details actually. And I don't know, I think the quality is amazing. You know, this kind of fantasy map, and it's just I love it. I think it looks great. And it also has a lot of different characters, like a lot of characters that you can color, which is just, I love that. And look at all these intricate details. They're like so tiny, and man, I just love it. It has a lot of landscapes, and you know, it's just, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm just, you know, looking so forward to begin coloring this book. It's just, oh my gosh, I love it. Now, I don't know what kind of media I can use on this coloring book, because I don't think it says, like, you know, you can use markers or watercolors or whatever. Look at this dragon. I love it. I love dragons. I don't think you can use watercolors in it, because even though it's a very good quality coloring book, you know, the pages are not meant for watercolors. I don't think so. They're like kind of thick and good quality, but I don't see like, you know, I don't see like you can actually use watercolors in it and the pages are gonna stay crisp and beautiful and stuff. I think they would warp a lot, and it's not meant for watercolors, that's for sure. I would love to use alcohol markers in it, but I don't think it's not going to bleed. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see if it's possible to use alcohol markers, because I don't want to ruin this coloring book, because as you can see, if like I'm coloring this page with alcohol markers and it bleeds, it's going to ruin this page, this, you know, this page, let's say. And I don't want to do that, because I mean, all of the coloring pages are just amazing. So I'm going to try and see if it bleeds. I am extremely sure it's going to bleed, because, you know, but let's hope it won't bleed. I could actually try here, which is a pity because this is cool as well. I think it's beautiful. So I don't want to ruin this page, but like the other pages are actual coloring pages, and I don't want to touch them, like ruin them with my alcohol markers, unless I'm sure it won't bleed. But I'm gonna try here, let's say here, on this page. I don't want to bend it like that or like fold it, but yeah. So I'm gonna try first of all with a very, I don't know if you can see, like, yeah, okay, you can see it, with a very pale color, which is, I'm using a Copic Sketch pale yellow. Well, it's not called pale yellow, but it's very, you know, it's very pale. So I'm gonna see how that goes. Please tell me you're not gonna bleed, because I want to use my alcohol markers on this, but it's not true. You can barely see it here. So, sorry, yeah. So, like you can see, it's, you know, very pale, and it's gonna become paler when it dries. So, because, you know, there it looks kind of like I don't know, like harsher, I would say, but it's actually very pale. So let's see. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, it bleeds, and that's pale yellow. I was going to try like, yeah, I'm gonna try first of all with pale yellow, and then I'm gonna try with like something brighter, which was orange, and then I was going to try with a very dark color, which was like indigo blue, but I'm not gonna try anymore because it actually bleeds with like a very pale color, so it's not worth it. I won't be able to use my alcohol markers here because I was sure, you know, it was going to be that like that. So I might use, although I'm not sure it's gonna work either, but I might use my watercolor pencils. Here I have these are Faber-Castell. It's not this brand, it's Faber-Castell. I might use these to color this, you know, to color these pages, but I'm not sure it's gonna work because, like, my idea would be to use them as color pencils and then just use a very light wash, like, you know, a tiny amount of water just to like blend them. But I'm not sure that's going to work, and I'm actually wondering if I do that, are they going to bleed? Because like if it's just a tiny amount of water, I'm sure it's not like the page is not going to warp. I don't think so, but I think they might bleed. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, but this is a natural option, and I might actually use them on, like, not on top, but you know, as a complement to my actual color pencils, which are not watercolor pencils, and use these like when I really want something to blend or something, you know, something like that. But I'm not sure because it might actually ruin the pages, and I don't want to do that. That's what I'm trying not to do. So this might be an option, but I'm not sure. Which is just heartbreaking because this is so beautiful, and I like had like this idea that I was going to use my alcohol markers or like my watercolor pencils. So otherwise I might use my Inktense pencils, but I mean, this is pretty much the same idea because they are like watercolor pencils. They are not watercolor pencils. They are, you know, the pigment is actually ink, but you also need water to activate the pigment to use them. So it's the same thing. I think the best option would be just to use my color pencils, like the normal color pencils, because I guess that's what this is meant to be used with. So this is my first coloring book, but there's another one, and the other one might actually be, you know, a better option for my alcohol markers, because I don't know, the pages, like, they feel thicker, you know, to the touch, so I don't know. So this is just amazing. I loved this coloring book so much when I saw it, and I was like, I need to have it. It's a steampunk themed coloring book, and I love so much steampunk things, whatever they are, like everything that's steampunk, I'm gonna love it, because I just, you know, I don't know why. But this, like, this is actually huge, like so huge, and it's super heavy, and look at those, like the pages and everything, it's like so heavy, and it has a very hardcover, like very, very hardcover. And I don't know, I just love the design so much. Now, I bought this here. I found it in Paris, and you know that at the bookstore. So I don't know where you would be able to buy this coloring book. I would say Amazon. You should be able to buy it. It's called just sorry. It's called Steampunk. That's it, and that is coloriage, which means, you know, coloring book. Well, it's not coloring book, it's just like coloring, but it means a coloring book. So, the artwork is just, look at this. I mean, it looks like a coffee table book. I love that. The artwork, once again, is you know, amazing. And yeah, it actually has like a very short story, you know, about steampunk. And yeah, but I don't know, it's nice. And you have these huge designs with very nice line art, I mean, and yeah, it's just amazing. And it actually has, I think it has 100 different designs. I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah. And the pages are like thicker. So that's why I am thinking I might be able to use my alcohol markers. And yeah, I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's just so heavy. I'm not strong either, but it's heavy. There's a lot of badass girls here. And there's a page that I just loved because I'm a huge Jules Verne fan, and this is Jules Verne. It says Jules Verne, and you know, that's so steampunk. I love it. So yeah, the pages are very, very thick. I am thinking that, I'm not sure for the alcohol markers, because alcohol markers are just a pain. I might be able to use my watercolor pencils with a very, very light wash. Even like maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe actual watercolors. And yeah, there's like, yeah, you know, the details are just gorgeous, and you have a lot of different stuff, and yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna try to see if I'm able, you know, if I can use my alcohol markers with this one. Oh my gosh, I don't want this to bleed. Although I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but I kind of suspect it's going to bleed. Oh, that's it. So, oh my gosh, yes, it does bleed. So I'm not using my I'm not using my alcohol markers either, because they bleed. So it's not fun. So once again, I might use my watercolor pencils or my intense pencils, but mainly just my color pencils, because yeah, that's the only way to go, I think. Well, anyway, I know I will be having lots of fun with these beautiful coloring books, because I was going to say coloring pencils, with these beautiful coloring books, because they're just amazing. It's just a pity that, you know, the people, like, the people who are publishing these books, because I don't think it's, you know, the actual artist who is designing like all the drawings and everything. I don't think it's that person. It's the people who are publishing these books who are just gonna print them with very good materials. I'm not saying otherwise, but the kind of paper they are using is not suitable for alcohol markers or watercolors and stuff. And they could actually just use the same paper but not print you know, all the beautiful drawings on the same page. Like, okay, you can have this page and it's gonna bleed, but this page is gonna be blank, this one as well, and you'll have another drawing here. So that way you would be able to use alcohol markers. And I understand it's because, you know, it would be more expensive, but yeah, whatever. But anyway, I will be having fun. I will be making videos when I'm coloring these books. And what else? I was going to say something that, yeah, whatever. I just forgot. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And, you know, if there's anything you want to say, just leave a comment or subscribe to my channel or, you know, whatever. Yeah.